been a
back, baby.
while,
We're back.
but El
Hey,
Ritmo del Juego is back. It's back,
tú
guys.
sabes, tú sabes. Estamos activos.
Wow. So welcome back. I know it's been a while. Season's already restarted. We've been a
Yes,
little
sir.
late, but
Yes,
you know.
sir.
Important announcement: we are now on Spotify, so don't forget
Yes,
to
we are.
subscribe on
Check us
Spotify.
out.
It's important. Run that shit up so we can get some ads and make money.
Let's go. Let's go. Support us.
Um,
We appreciate you, our fans, our family. Let's go.
Yep, for real. Um, so we're gonna just kind of go our first impressions on the top three leagues so far. We're gonna do La Liga, Premier League, and Serie A. We're gonna look at our most interesting groups for the Champions League too, real quickly.
Yes, sir.
And then of course we're always gonna have our little music segment, songs of the week, what we've been jamming to.
A música, baby.
La
Without music,
música, el ritmo. That's the part,
el
the ritmo part.
ritmo.
All right. So we are going to start with La Liga. So we're also going to do our top four, what we think the top four will be at the end of the season, which is going to be really hard.
Yeah.
But so what do you think? What are your first impressions so far with La Liga? How's it been?
It's gonna be interesting. I'm just gonna say flat out, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's the way it started already. It's not gonna be easy for any one team to just claim the title. Because you have some good teams. You have some teams that are coming back really looking solid. So looking at the way it ended last year, Madrid deserved it. That's hard for me to say given the team that I support, but Barca, check them out, support them. But they can't. It's gonna be. It's my first impression is that's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
What about you?
I agree. I think my first impression is also like it's going to be open. I don't think the top three teams we typically see, like
Right,
Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico, they don't look as strong as
as
they
strong.
normally are. So a lot of surprises. Some of the other
You
teams have
know,
gotten better.
you
So
know who looking strong though? Sevilla.
yeah, I was about to
Sevilla.
say that.
You
All
gotta say
right.
it with the S. Sevilla. So they looking
So
good.
you want to jump right into what we think our top four is? I
Let's
think that'll
do
get the
it. Let's do
discussion
it.
going.
Let's wait no further.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
You want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll let you go first. I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay, so this is really interesting. I just switched it right before I came in.
Let's
So
go.
originally, earlier in the day, I had Barcelona winning, finishing number one, but I switched it back and put Madrid number one.
Pero ¿por qué, pa? Pero ¿por qué?
So I put Madrid one, Barcelona two, and then interestingly, I also switched this up. I put Sevilla three, and Atletico four. So I think there's going to be a change in the typical top three. I think we're not going to see the typical top three. So I think Sevilla looked the strongest. We saw them today against Barcelona. They looked good, very good. They broke down Barcelona's press. They really should have won the game, in my opinion. They had a couple of chances they could have finished.
I don't know if we want to get into the argument right now. I don't know if we want to get that deep into the argument.
In the end, at first I put Barcelona because after the first two games, they just looked very, really good. So I kind of was basing
forward to them.
I was basing the decision to see like how they did today against Sevilla to see if I really thought like if they had dominated today, I would have probably been like, okay, I think they're gonna win. But I saw that they weren't quite as dominant.
What you're saying, you think Madrid can beat Sevilla. That's what you're coming out and saying.
So basically, okay. I think Madrid. What I saw today from Madrid also with their win 2-0 today. I think we still got that good defense. I think Courtois has really come into his own and is like a top tier goalkeeper. So I think if we're able to unlock and get like a finisher, so either Vinicius grows into that position, one of our other people steps up, I think we'll be really well positioned to win the league again this year because of that solid defense, that important midfield.
I think a lot of people would disagree with you on that. So you could claim Real Madrid got lucky too, because Levante had chances. Levante got chances.
Yeah.
But I mean, we talk about luck. A champion needs luck. Like luck is also a skill. I mean, to be a champion, you also need some luck on your side. So in the end of the day, I'm gonna say this: the winner of La Liga is gonna be the team that doesn't drop points where they don't need to drop points, right? you can drop points. When I mean drop points, I mean get a tie against the top teams, like say Sevilla, Atletico Madrid, all those teams. But you cannot drop points against Valladolid or all those teams. You can't drop points there, right? So the winner is gonna have to not lose against the top teams, but also make sure they're getting wins against the bottom teams. That's what I'm gonna say.
I agree. I think so. But I definitely like Sevilla a lot. Like, if
they look good.
I think they're gonna crack the top 3, and I wouldn't be surprised if they finish higher because I think none of the other teams look super good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, none of the other teams look dominant enough that they're gonna control.
Did you see their defense?
Yeah.
Did you see their defense? So I'm gonna ask you this: with the way Madrid is playing going forward, do you think they can break that defense?
I think if they can figure it out, yes. They have the players there. They have the players there, but I don't know. It's going to be difficult, I'm saying. But I just think that they have the quality. If they can figure it out, if Vinicius can mature a little bit, get better at finishing, but then if someone else can, if Asensio can step up, be that second scorer, they need someone else. If they get one other person besides Benzema, or at least maybe 2 other people, I think they can do it because that defense is solid. The midfield is good. They got runners. They got people who can break.
I agree.
We'll see.
So what's your top 4? My top 4, I go Barca, Sevilla, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid.
Oh.
I mean, it was already. I mean, the reason I go Barca first is not only the first 2 games, but also the Sevilla games. Like I said, we can't lose those games. Right. I'll take a tie. I would love a win, but I'll take a tie because Sevilla for me is the strongest team in La Liga right now.
Yeah.
We're just looking at what they did against Bayern, what they've accomplished last year with the Europa League, and they're coming off of that strong. They should have won that game against Bayern.
They should have won
that strong game. And I'm lucky. I'm glad we kept Ocampos is the most dangerous player, and we kept him shut. Rauw, if you listen to this, I love you, man. I love you. Fucking love you, man.
I was impressed. I hadn't really seen Rauw play, and you've always been talking about you want him to start, and I can see why.
I've been saying
he could be an elite. He could be an elite center back, like the ones that they talk about, the top ones.
I think defensively, this is the strongest we've been in a while, right? Because if we had played like this, being flat going forward. And with the defense from last year, we would have lost the game for sure. We would have lost the game. So it's not all the pieces aren't there. But the reason why I say Barca instead of Sevilla is that going forward, we haven't figured everything out. Our room to grow is wide.
Yeah, and a lot of the players that were kind of question marks coming in, I think have looked good. Coutinho has looked very good. Griezmann is kind of finding his own. They haven't relied on Messi at all. Like he's just kind of been chilling. So
I think it's the 3rd game. We're still kind of figuring things out. I'm sure Coleman is tweaking, is working with a few things in the practice ground. But I think, unlike Sevilla, who's been together for a while and they've kind of figured out their attack, Barcelona is still figuring out that attack and how to play. And I think that Coleman was waiting for this test. This was the first test to see if what he has so far is working. And I think he'll be tweaking that in the training ground. So I think I'm happy defensively, but I'm also looking forward to the attacking prowess that we got. And Madrid, I put Madrid 3rd because for me, defensively, they're still managing to keep clean sheets. They're still managing to grind victories. But for me, Vinicius missing those tap-ins like that can't happen. And beside Vinicius and Benzema, I don't see anybody else stepping up. I haven't seen anybody else step up. So that's why I'm like, I'm hesitating to even put them 2nd place. But it's still early. It's only the 3rd game, so there's lots to see. There's a lot more to see.
There's a lot to go. Interesting. Both of us put Atleti 4th. Like I thought. I mean, after that game against Granada, I think everybody was like really excited. Kind of gone down since then. But for me, like the Luis Suarez signing was great. Like they needed something else going forward, and I think he gives them that. My only question mark is I don't think Simeone is setting them up in a way where they like utilize that attacking talent they have.
I agree.
Because that's not how he plays. And we know what he's good at. We know what he's good at, getting a solid defenses, grinding out wins. But I feel like they need another coach to unlock what they have there with Joao Felix, Suarez.
Yeah.
Like they have the talent going forward. They just don't. I don't think they know
the creativity
how to play
isn't there. The creativity isn't there. Like Simeone's a good defensive coach. Like if this was like an NFL football, he'd be a defensive coach, not an attacking coach. But it's just, I don't know. It's just with the type of players he has. Because if you look at it, Joao Felix I wouldn't put him in the category of the hard-working player. Yeah, he works hard, but he's a creative player that needs to be put in an environment to create.
Yeah.
Right? To create. And that's not Simeone has put him in an environment to work hard and grind. But he needs to be put in an environment around players where he can create, and it's not what you have at Atletico Madrid. He's not going to be as successful as we all hope that he would be.
I agree. Then the only other thing so far for me, my early disappointment so far has been Villarreal. I had a lot of higher expectations for them. They finished 5th last year, and I thought they would look a lot better, but they've looked bad early on. You want to give your hot take?
What I told Rafa that I think Unai Emery is gonna get sacked before the winter break. I still stand by that. Well, maybe I'll give him a little bit after. They might let him have Christmas in peace, thinking he has a job. But I think after that he's gonna be gone. I don't think they tied against Atletico Madrid. Well, we talked about Atletico Madrid. They don't really. Right. But 4-0 against Barca. Barca's side has been that hadn't been at least score a goal or two or threaten them, and it looked bad.
They didn't look.
So
I agree, because I mean both of us had a lot of expectations, especially with Kubo, which he still hasn't gotten a lot of playing time. We loved him last year for Mallorca, and then also thinking they have an experienced coach coming in, Unai Emery. We thought something might be there, but it hasn't been looking good.
No,
it has not been looking good.
But we'll see.
It's still very early. These are early hot takes. I'm gonna change mine probably in like 3 weeks. So I'm gonna change. My top 4 has already been switching a lot, so we'll see. Betis also looking good, which is
Betis, but it's not gonna fade, man. That's gonna fade.
We'll see. Those the south of Spain teams looking good, Sevilla and Betis, but we'll see. All right, so that's it for La Liga. I'm gonna take a short break, and we'll be back.
Tú sabes, don't go nowhere, guys.
Don't
go nowhere. It's got hot. It's gonna get hotter, right?
We're back with the music segment. Songs of the week.
Hey,
back with songs of the week. So this is our little segment where we like to let you know what we've been listening to.
You already know.
Been jamming to, try to put you guys onto some songs that we like. Put you onto some new artists, hopefully. So,
spread some joy in your lives. Bring a little joy, a little merry, 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 ho, ho, ho in your life.
Well, man, it's not even Christmas, man. Relax. We so early for Christmas.
For the Christmas spirit, y'all gotta get in this Christmas spirit.
All right. So we can start off with your song that you wanted to start off with.
So I've been listening to this song a lot. And it's when I listen to this song, it just keeps me humble. It just, keeps me grounded, and just makes me realize all the things that I have in my life, and how I should be thankful for those things. And it just makes me realize the people I have, the wonderful people I have in my life, and just how my life is incredible. So the song is Gracias by Ozuna.
Yeah, no, I like this song a lot too. It's definitely exactly what you said, kind of like a thankful.
Puts you in your feeling. Yeah, no, for sure.
All right, so here, we'll play a little bit of that.
Ahora que me encuentro solo me doy cuenta de quién soy. Tuve que pasar por mucho para llegar a donde estoy. Mataron muchos hermanos y sé que un día me voy. Así que si todo lo que tengo es hoy, Diosito te doy gracias. Me has bendecido con tu gracia. Has sido luz en mi desgracia. A mí me ha protegido de este mundo que es una falacia. Por eso te doy gracias. Me has bendecido con tu gracia. Este mundo es una falacia.
You know. Gotta be thankful. Gotta be thankful.
It's a good song. I like it as like a, a slow, nice jam.
No, for sure.
Good song. Good choice. Good choice. You've been feeling thankful this week for sure.
I know, right? You gotta be thankful, man. You gotta be thankful, especially in these times. You gotta be thankful for for your family, your friends, your health, and the people that the health, for sure. The people that check on you to make sure you're good.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I'll go with mine. So there's been a lot of music released since we last did a podcast. So I was trying to figure out how to narrow it down.
It's hard. It's hard.
But I guess one of the things that I have been listening to that came out recently was Amine. His new album came out. I'm a big fan of Amine. So I was trying to pick a song. I was trying to pick a song off the album. I ended up going with a song called "Compensating" featuring Young Thug. It was hard because I like a lot of the songs on there. So, but here's Amine. He did a lot. Like he's showing he can really do like an R&B type song if he needs to. Like
he's versatile. Definitely versatile.
We know he can rap. He does his classic song. So this one is where he shows off a little bit of he can do a little R&B too. But yeah, check it out. Here's a little bit of Compensating.
Compensating for your feelings, and you know the feeling. This is what you thought would heal it, but it makes you feel it. Trying things you thought would cheer it, but you grow to fear it. Times they come and go like spirits. I see the signs the clearest. And you know why? You been fucking with me since I was a small fry. And your ex-man, that's my little guy. I know some niggas that'll kick him to the coastline. I'm on west side, nigga, we don't show signs. You got some fake friends, they just told lines. Text, I reply, baby, till my phone die. You know he lied if a nigga said he don't lie. I fucked up once again, and you know that I'm never too proud. Hard to admit that I made mistakes. You know I'ma always wish you the best. Look, bitch, roll inside the bench. I fucked up once and I got the bench. Hard to admit that I made mistakes. But you know I'ma always wish you the best. Compensating for your feelings, and you know the feeling.
But yeah, he shows you can sing a little bit too. He says he can give you.
Nah, I gave y'all a little shot with my skills. What you think of my dancing skills, man?
Man, I don't know where you got that hat from, but it was working.
Man, what you know? Every day my birthday. Every day my
your
birthday.
All right. So we can move on to your second song, but check out the album's called Limbo. That was Compensating, Young Thug and Amine.
Definitely a good song. I gotta add that to my my 10-up list.
Your 10-up list, yeah. He's got a lot of them you can add on the album.
When I'm sipping wine myself, just
vibing.
That's what we're doing these days, sipping wine by ourselves.
Sipping wine by ourselves. All right, you want to go into your next song?
Yes, sir. My next song. So I originally didn't like this song when it first came out. I really didn't like this song, and it slowly grew on me to the point where I was playing it almost every morning when I got up to brush my teeth. And I was just walking around the bathroom, And the song is called Enchule by Rauw Alejandro.
Rauw.
Definitely check it out. Rauw Alejandro.
But yeah, no. I think we both agree we didn't like it in the beginning, but hearing it again.
No, for sure.
We like it more.
Hearing it again. No, the song is it's crazy how it's on it.
Here's Enchule. You gonna dance like Rauw? I don't know if you got moves like Rauw.
No sé qué pasó que a mi boca le gustó cuando un beso te robó. Era solo un juego que de control amor se salió, la regla se rompió. Ahora de mi mente no sale su nombre. Si quieres repetir, yo me acuerdo dónde. Mami, yo le caigo aunque sea lejos. Me desespero si no te veo. Dios mío, que enchule. Yo tengo una enchule.
Break it down like Rauw.
Contigo una enchule. Yo tengo una enchule. Oh, desde la primera.
That was a good
For
song.
sure. It's one of those. It's
I
one
like
of
the
those
beat.
songs.
I like the beat a lot.
I really like the beat.
Overlooked the beat the first time.
You know, check out my producer at Rauw Beats. You know, he's not as good as that one, but
I'm definitely not as good as whoever made that.
but I like the beat. It's one of those songs that when it comes out, you just can't. I personally, I can't help myself. My body's just moving and trying to dance to it.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, that's like Rauw. He's always dancing. So
He's always dancing. I don't know. I mean, arguably, you know, I don't think it's as good as me as a dancer, but I'm just
okay.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. All right. So then we'll move on to the last one this week. So for me, I've been listening to a Dominican artist lately.
Oh,
Chucky 73. Chucky 73.
Okay. Yeah.
So
we're about to get real.
I think he's also from New York.
Oh yeah, he's from New York.
He's from New York, Dominican, but he sings in Spanish and he mixes a lot of like kind of trappy hip hop New York scene with dembow. Like it's
y'all better get ready. We're about to get real turned on the Sunday.
I don't know if
night.
it's the song you're thinking of, but
it's not.
It's not. I don't think it's the song you're thinking of. That one's lit too, but more. I didn't put that one because that one's like his big hit, so I didn't want to put that one out there. But that one's good. Okay. But he put out a project this year. I think it's called 73. But this is one of the songs off there that I like a lot. So here you go.
A ver.
So it's called Kili.
Que eso yo no va a aclarar, muchachos, que somos tarjeteros, piperos. Estoy loco, 44 no con demanda. Chuck, shut, ay, fat, otro
con un flow que tú no le llegas. La par y la cara es la nueva. Como trapper, como se brega. Uno de Santiago, el otro de La Vega. Aquí solo te damos, bitch, brother, que no se busque, que lo mueva. Ella no traga nada, ella se la pone todo ella pueda.
Pero las paras de que, si la para, cada uno, ustedes suenan como nosotros. Y nosotros sonamos como ninguno. Por eso yo lleno de zumo, toma su vibe mientras me doy humo. El dinero yo siempre lo sumo. Rompimos la cuna de Bruno, bitch. Espérate, vete al paso. Ey, tú eres una mala, tremendo culazo. Banda pa' tu marido, se la den payaso. Ey, di que estás entero y cogiendo caso.
That's lit. They got the album.
Una
Sure,
brutal.
that's lit. You got some good songs.
No brutal.
But yeah, so that's the kind of vibe. He's got a couple other ones. I think you were thinking about Brasilera. That's the song I think you were thinking of. That part. That's the song.
That is lit. That is. Is that a dembow? I feel like that's a mix.
Nah, it's like a trap. That's like a trap.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think there's influence from like a lot of different things. So I don't know. They're like they part of that New York hip hop scene, so they got something like that bass, the doom doom doom. But yeah, so that was Chucky 73 and Fetty 031, Kili off the project.
That's like I feel like that's his side. That's his main man though. That's his main man.
Yeah, I think they're like a crew because he's on like a lot of his other songs too. So,
yeah.
But yeah, that's that. Check out his music. I'm a big fan. You know, Dominicans killing the urbano scene for me.
Also, check out my song Cuando La Vi on SoundCloud. Check it out.
Okay.
Give your boy Jay Quack some love. Check it out. You know, I think you'll like it. Cuando La Vi. Check it out.
All right.
The beat is made by your very own rapper.
It is
Rauw Beats.
I did make the beat. Y'all can check that out. Maybe. So also I was wanted to plug. We have a playlist on Spotify. I'll link it of all our songs of the week. So we're gonna keep adding to that list, and so it'll be a pretty lit list at the end.
Check it out. It's a hard time. You gotta turn up. Especially on those weekends when
once we when we got more, it's gonna be a good list of songs. All right, so we're gonna take a short break, and we'll be back with the rest of our first impressions, starting off with the.
Don't go nowhere. Don't go. We got some hot stuff coming. Some hot debates. Don't go nowhere.
So we're back with our Premier League first impressions.
The EPL.
The EPL, man. It's been an interesting weekend.
It has been an interesting
weekend for
I
the
will
EPL.
say that. It has been. I was not. I'm still thinking. I'm dreaming about this week. I don't know, man. I don't. It's been. My mind was like.
Yeah, definitely a shock. Definitely a shock when we saw some of the scores today.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll
start? Where to start?
Our top four. We'll do our first impressions. I guess my first impression this year is the top 9-10 teams are like, it's so good. The top 10 teams, like, it could finish either way. Like, teams have gotten better. We've seen Everton. We've seen other Arsenal's looked a lot better. And then teams that have been showing they're better. Wolves,
fucking
Leicester,
Aston Villa's looking good.
Aston Villa, Leeds, newly promoted, looking super good.
Leeds is looking good.
Honestly, the top 10,
West
anybody
Ham
could be
is out
anybody
here
in that top 10.
West
Ham,
winning
looking
game
good.
4-0.
I mean,
like, what
it's
is
just
going
like,
on?
The level of talent in that top 10 is
2020
is good, and any team can beat any team.
Yeah, man.
So,
2020 is out here.
It's looking interesting.
But no,
it will definitely be interesting.
My first impression is that this is anybody's title this year. I know it's still early, but we've seen anybody can win against anybody and anybody can lose against anybody. So
true.
It's nobody's safe. You want to be safe, you gotta grind. You gotta work.
Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. That's true. That should be the slogan. Nobody's safe.
Yeah. EPL 2020. Nobody's safe.
Nobody's safe.
Nobody's safe.
So yeah. Do you want to give your top four since I went first?
I'll go with my top four. Goodness gracious, top four. I feel like it keeps changing every day. Every day. I would go. Who's gonna win the league? You know what? I'm gonna take a leap of faith here. I'm gonna. This will surprise you. I'm maybe not surprised, but this will surprise you people out there. You people with your looking glass in the mirror and in the phone with your fancy machine. You will be surprised. Everton's gonna win the league this year. They're gonna pull a Leicester City run. They're gonna pull a Leicester City. Leicester City 2015, I believe.
That's my team,
here.
So I hope they do. That's my new team in the EPL. So.
You know,
but
and it's not because they got two Colombians either. It's not because they got two Colombians either. I'm gonna go Everton.
Wow.
I'm gonna go Everton.
That's big.
Liverpool. Everton, Liverpool.
What about your boys?
Arsenal. Everton, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham.
No Man City top four.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not putting them up there. Everton, Liverpool,
your
Arsenal,
top four
Tottenham.
Looking crazy. Your top four
crazy.
And no Chelsea.
No
Chelsea either.
Chelsea. Nope. It's the top of year. It's
all
been.
Those big signings.
Damn, okay. EPL. It's the top of year. It's been. Go ahead.
Wow. I'm very surprised. Man City, your boys, Pep Guardiola, your Barcelona man. You can't figure it out?
I only have one team. I like Pep's.
You're saying they're not even going to be in Champions League. You're saying they're going to be in Europa League.
I like Pep's way of coaching. But I just think there's something I think it's a mental thing going on with his team or something going on there. He's got to figure it out. I don't know if it will. They can't close out games. They sure can't close out games. So I go Everton, Liverpool. I definitely think
the Liverpool fans going to come for you, especially putting Everton number 1 too.
Tottenham, Maybe not. I'll maybe substitute Tottenham for Man City, but
Okay.
those top three.
Damn, you thinking Bale's gonna have a year, huh? You thinking Bale's gonna have a year?
They beat Man United 6-1.
But Man United ain't like that. I mean, come on.
All right, you know what?
Yeah, they beat them 6-1, but it was a 10-minute.
I'll put. You know what? I'll take out Tottenham and I'll put Aston Villa. How's that? They beat 7-2 Liverpool.
Oh man. All right. I'll give you my top 4. So I'm gonna start with 4 since we both want to talk about Everton. So I have Everton sneaking in number 4.
Okay.
Big improvement from the past few years. A little bit
for sure.
Tamer expectations than what John got him winning the league. But I think they're getting a
Nobody expected Leicester City to win the league that one year, did they?
That's true.
It's true. I called it. I called it right here, right now. Yo,
hey, I'm gonna be happy. They're my new team.
I called it.
They're my new team. So as I was telling John, I discovered the secret to European success in football.
All right, no.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
At least
right,
two
disclaimer
Colombian
right
players.
Now. Don't listen to him. Disclaimer.
As long as you have 2 Colombians on your roster, you're guaranteed success. My examples are Everton this year and Atalanta, which we'll get to later. And
Not true.
Anyways, some fun stats about Everton. They have 59% of possession over their few games. 4th in the league. 2.3 passes, 59% possession over all their games. 4th in the league. 2.3 passes per possession. 2.3 passes more than their opponent per possession, which is 3rd. They got about like 0.16 shots per possession, which is 7th in the league. And 0.18 goals per shot, which is 3rd in the league. And that's a lot
who has higher?
Some of their top players. I don't know. I'm guessing. Well, I don't know. It probably depends on who's playing there. Maybe.
Leeds has higher. Leeds is scoring like crazy.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, so have they. I mean, but the big signing, James Rodriguez coming. I think he's really been able to show what he can do. He's all right. He's all right. A lot of faith he's not the only big signing. I think Dracore, Alan, Calvert-Lewin stepping up.
Big. So, I never expected him to have this kind of year so far. I never expected him to step up in this way.
How many goals
I think he has 8 goals, 8 or 9 goals over in all competitions so far.
All competition,
which is the most. I think that's the most in all of the leagues. Maybe Lewandowski has more, but
definitely, yeah. But everything looks super good this year. They look super exciting, much better like football attacking.
They also look organized, very organized.
Yeah. Ancelotti got them working good.
Got him.
So that's everything. Remember, get at least 2 Colombians on your roster if you want success. So number 3, I have Chelsea. I think they made a lot of moves in the transfer market. I think they're going to learn to play together and they're going to work out. I think Frank Lampard's figuring it out and he's getting them going. I just think they have way too much talent to not finish in the top 4. I think when Pulisic gets healthy and is back, if he's able to play like he was towards the end of last season,
reasonable.
They got it all. Werner, they got it all. So I got your boys staying in the top 4. I have Man City too. Even though they look really bad right now, I think injuries are hurting them. Agüero, Jesus, they haven't had them consistently, so I think they'll be hurt. And they've been struggling to score without them. I think once they get them back, we'll see how their new young center back does. I think they can figure.
I saw him. He looked good.
They can figure some stuff out. I don't think they have enough to win the league, but they have too much talent to not finish in the top 4, man. That depth and a good coach. Come on. Anyways, and then for me, I was like, this is easy. Pick Liverpool. Earlier today, I was like, oh, this is easy. They have Thiago now. They're going to be their league to lose. And then we have the results today.
Did Aston Villa give the blueprint for how to beat Liverpool? Do you think? Because this is not a Liverpool team with second team. Salah played, Firmino played, Van Dijk played, Keita played. This is not B-rated team. So you can't say, oh, this is the second string. It's not the second string.
I agree.
Right? Yes.
I think they're missing Mane.
Adrian made a mistake. Which caused 1 goal. But okay, take that goal away. That's still 6-2.
Yeah.
So Mane, you could argue, yes, Mane is in. I guess you could say, yeah, one player can change the whole team. One player's performance can inspire the whole team.
Also,
yes,
didn't
I do think they missed it.
Who came out? Gomes? No. Did someone else get hurt? I thought someone else got hurt in the game.
I didn't see the game. I just saw
we were both watching the Barca game.
I think they're still having defense. I think defensively they're weaker than last year, especially when Lovren left and Matip is injured. Matip, the big Cameroonian, shout out. Hey, he's injured. So yeah. And
I think
Robertson was
I still
playing.
think. Yeah, and Alexander Arnold was playing. So I mean,
okay.
I think they still have the talent there, and I think the addition of Thiago makes them stronger. I agree that I think defensively they have kind of been looking a little shaky. They've been giving up a lot more goals and making mistakes in the back, which they didn't do as much last year.
But they're still the favorites. They're still the
favorites for me, yeah, and that's why I have them winning. And I think they get Mane back, they get healthy, as long as they don't have any serious injuries, because I think their depth is not great. So if they did have a big injury that kept someone for a while, that could affect them.
Mane back, Thiago back, Gomes back. All those players that get back the top team. So
I mean, they look good when they had that full squad earlier, but but don't sleep on Aston Villa. They got good players. I mean,
I'm saying they're coming for the title.
6-7 goals.
Coming for the title.
6-7 goals is still a little bit too much, but Jack Grealish.
Imagine the turn up right now in Aston Villa. And what city are they in? What city in England are they in? Imagine the turn up right now. They're turning up. They probably giving off to everybody in that city. They're doing
social distancing. Come on.
It's a holiday.
Oh, they're from Birmingham. Birmingham, shout out. Birmingham, yeah. Okay. That's cool. Aston and Birmingham. Cool. Yeah, 7-2. It's right
my
there.
New team.
Oof.
Aston Villa, my new team.
Ollie Watkins with the hat trick. Ross Barkley got 1. Jack Grealish got 2.
He's a recently signed. He just got signed. Ollie Watkins.
Yeah?
He just got signed to Aston Villa. But Barkley just got signed. Grealish, the captain, is a good player.
I mean, he's solid. I'm surprised someone hasn't tried to buy him yet.
I'm surprised Chelsea sold him. Oh no,
Ross Barkley, yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised someone hasn't tried to buy him yet. Yeah.
We'll see. Because weren't they? Didn't they barely stay up last year? Like it came down to the last game. Yeah,
they were literally
the last game.
They were literally 17th place.
Yeah. I remember watching the end. The finale, it was like them and Watford, right?
Right. And I remember all the commentators were like, "Yo, why are you guys celebrating? You barely stayed up."
Well, but now they're coming in hot.
Now they can celebrate.
3 wins, right? 3 wins, no losses.
If it was like this, if you beat the champions and now champions, they will be the champions right now. If that was how you become champions.
Nah, yeah. And if it's like boxing, if you beat the champion, you
become champion. Now they will be. Yo, can you imagine? They'll be the champions of England.
Nah. But I mean, they look good. I mean, they're not someone to play around.
They look.
And Leeds, we got to talk about Leeds, man. They've been so fun to watch, man.
They
against Man City.
I put them in the top 10. They're gonna come in the top 10.
I agree. I think they finished top 10 too. But it's hard because I told you that top 10 is like, who's gonna drop out of that top 10? Then is the question. Man United.
Man United about to be like 15th place.
Yeah, Man United will drop out of the top 10.
What if Man United got relegated? 6-1 against Tottenham. God damn.
They were down a man.
And it's not even like they had Pogba, Bruno Fernandes. They had all those people.
They had the team. The Greenwood, Martial. Yeah, they had their lineup. It wasn't like, I mean, they went down to 10 men kind of early, but
really,
they looked bad. But even before that, they were already down. They let up how many goals in the first half? It was nuts.
Wow. Mourinho probably like, Stretch. Mourinho, you see, I scored 6 goals by myself.
All right, so that's our Premier League. That's gonna be interesting this year, man. It's gonna be interesting.
Italia.
All right, we're gonna go right into it. We're gonna go right into the next one.
Yeah, man. Let's go right into the next
Let's
one,
go right
man.
into it. All right, we're gonna have our Seria A preview. So this has been interesting. Also.
Andiamo.
I guess my first impression, I think this is the year Juventus doesn't win. That's my pick. I don't think they're gonna win.
That's a bold pick.
I don't think they're gonna win this year. They have a new coach. Their squad is still a little old. They've gotten some young players signed, good, but I think it's gonna be hard to put it together.
Right.
I just don't see it. I think the other teams are strong. I think last year was really the year that I thought Juventus wasn't gonna win, but I think for sure this year, I don't think they're gonna win.
Yeah. So who you got? Who you got winning? You got your boys winning?
So difficult to not have them winning. But I chose Inter Milan to win this year. I think they've just spent so much money. They have such a squad that's so deep that they can withstand a lot of things. Depth is super important.
They didn't beat Lazio, and Atalanta beat Lazio 4-1 or 4-2.
I know. So, Atalanta is second in my list here. They're finishing second. I think they still make a run in the Champions League. I don't know. I think Inter Milan can have like a couple injuries and they'll be okay. Atalanta.
Yeah, that's true.
It's difficult when you're a team competing with that much, like against teams with that much money. It's so difficult because you need your team to stay healthy and over a long season, multiple competitions. Like,
I agree.
I agree. If you have a deep squad, is when you're going to do it. That's why we always see the big teams winning a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Atalanta is going to be on fire. They led the league last year in goals. They already got how many goals? They got, I think, like 8,
15, and 16. They got a
already
bunch
in competition in competitions already. 13 goals. There it is. 3 games, 13 goals.
They can score.
So I think they're going to finish second. I got Juve finishing third. And then fourth was tough for me. I'm going to put Lazio, but that was a difficult fourth place to pick. I think there's a lot of strong teams right in that, like teams. six to
Even
4
AC
range.
Milan is not guaranteed fourth place. Well, AC
Milan's much better looking. Napoli is still very good.
Napoli! I forgot about Napoli.
Roma is looking pretty good this year too. So I mean, it's difficult to say that fourth place, but I'm gonna go with Lazio, even though I don't know. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think Juve finished third. I think it's Inter, Atalanta, Juve, Lazio.
Yeah,
but I think for AC Milan, we'll see how they're doing, but I think they're very good. I think they're definitely going to finish 5th, maybe 4th. You know, they have a good squad. We'll see next week. It's the Milan Derby next week, so AC versus.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I think that would be a good test. See them get some good competition.
Yeah.
What you got?
It's tough. It's tough not to pick Juventus because we're so accustomed to them just bagging it, like PSG in France.
Yeah.
But you're right. You know, there's something. I'm also gonna enter Milan. Just because of, like you said, the death, and and I think Conte is really hungry for it. Yeah. His attitude.
Second year, right? So.
Yeah, but this tie with Lazio they had today was, it's not a Lazio team that it's a strong Lazio team, but given the talent that Inter Milan had,
they have too much talent.
So I go Inter Milan. I will go Juventus, Atalanta.
I think you got 4.
And then Lazio or Napoli.
Oh, damn, you're not going to go with AC? You're not going to go with your Zlatan?
No. Well, man, Zlatan, no.
Okay, all right. So you said Lazio or Napoli, you said?
Napoli. Yeah.
Oh, pretty similar. We had the same top 4, just around a little bit.
Different orders.
But yeah, I agree with Inter. I think the Arturo Vidal signing.
The Arturo Vidal in the midfield.
That's huge. The talent they got up top, Lázaro Martinez.
And then And then my thing is the wingers going forward, Ashley Young and then Hakimi on the other side, and Sanchez coming in.
Yeah, Sanchez is just a backup. They could throw in there.
Lautaro and Lukaku.
And they have Eriksson too, who doesn't even play that much, but he's just there in case you need something. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. They got way too many big names, even though some of them are like older big names. They still have something to play for, and I mean, they got too much talent.
For sure.
That'll be interesting. But yeah, tune into the Milan derby next week. It'll be fun. Hopefully, Zlatan will be ready. I don't know if he will be.
Nah, it's 2 weeks. Nah, it hasn't been 2 weeks.
Yeah, it hasn't been 2 weeks yet.
Yeah,
that's too bad, but still be good. They got a lot of young players, Milan too.
Nah, but I'm sure Zlatan is having a fine. I'm more worried about COVID-19 than Zlatan.
I mean, it's crazy how good he was playing right before he.
Yeah, he was. He really was.
And how old is he now? Is he like what?
38. I think he just turned 39 or 30. His birthday was yesterday.
Wow, that's crazy.
Turned 30, I think.
39 and still playing
38 or 39. Don't check it out for yourself.
We'll see. But yeah, Juve. Wait, one thing. How do you think your boy Arthur is gonna do at Juve? You think he's gonna be all right over there?
It's gonna be okay. I think, to be honest, when I first saw Arthur, I was so hyped. I was so excited. But overall, I think he's gonna be an okay player and like maybe a little bit above average player. But in the long run, he's gonna be one of those players that's okay.
Okay.
Like he can play. You put him in a team and he can play. He can do his part. He can do his role. That's it. He's not gonna be like a game changer. I don't think so.
Okay.
And have a decent career.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how he does over there.
Yeah. But what about the American McKinney?
I know McKinney. That's what I was gonna say. That's a nice young signing for them. Some of the younger players. Yeah. We'll see how he does.
Another player I think is gonna be okay. An okay player.
We'll see. I think it'll be good for him to get that experience at a
for sure
top level team like that. All right, so we're gonna do a brief little look to the Champions League. Just kind of look at the groups that we ready. You wanted it. That's Argentina. I don't know why.
Argentina's the Champions
League. Yeah, so I mean, we'll just look at those groups. It's crazy. I feel like we're talking about the final and all those other things like recently,
right?
But it's back. The groups were
back.
We'll see how it is this year. They're going to be doing the traveling and everything, so we'll see with the COVID how it's going to be working.
Who you got?
So we're not doing picks yet. I'm just groups to look at. Groups to look at. I think some of the groups are going to be most interesting. PSG, Man U, Leipzig.
Oh wow. Well, Man U, given their reason.
That's what I'm saying. But I think it's kind of like
make it out.
All those teams are a little bit of question. I mean, PSG obviously.
Leipzig is looking good. I'm always talking about.
I think PSG always has a question mark when it comes to Champions League, just because we see they dominate the French league, but we don't know how they do it. Leipzig, especially with the run they had last year, they're looking good. So, and Man United has got talent, but they're not looking good. So, that's a toss-up group for me. I think it'll be interesting to see how they play.
Really? You think that PSG is gonna make it out?
I think PSG is gonna make it out, but I think Leipzig could be Man U. Man U might not make it out.
They're not gonna make it out.
And also, man, don't be so quick on your PSG. They're gonna make it out, man. I don't know.
They're gonna make it out. If they got all those people healthy, they're gonna make it out.
All right, we'll see. And then my other group to look out for: Liverpool, Atalanta, and Ajax. That's a fun group to look at. A lot of scoring, a lot of goals going to be in that group.
All of them about to bring up Aston Villa. Yo, Aston Villa, what's up? What's good? You let me buy you lunch real quick.
I think that'll be exciting just for the goals because I think the Atalanta Liverpool matchup will be fun to watch because I think it's gonna be a lot of goals.
Oh yeah,
Ways.
for sure.
It's gonna be like that Leeds game.
Yo,
the Leeds game where it was like
I'm telling you, man. If I was all this season, I would hit up Aston Villa, ask for the blueprint. Ask the coach what he did before.
Ask for the blueprint.
What the players ate the night before.
No, but I think that will be interesting. And then the last thing I got interesting is the Juventus Barcelona. Is Cristiano Ronaldo versus Messi.
Messi back again. The rivalry is back.
Dynamo Kiev and Ferencváros.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that.
But Juventus and Barcelona will be interesting for the Messi Ronaldo. This is interesting. Ready? They've met 35 times, club and international. They've only met 5 times in the Champions League.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, only 5 times. Messi has the edge, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. And then interesting, Ronaldo hasn't scored in any of the 5 games they've played in Champions League. So
has Barca scored? Has Messi scored?
Yeah, Messi has scored.
Obviously, because you know who's the GOAT, right? You know who's the GOAT. You know who's the GOAT.
I'm not gonna get into the argument about who's the GOAT. Not right now. That's a different podcast.
That's different.
But I think it'll be interesting to see them play against each other. I'm sure just for the matchup. See if I bet you Ronaldo knows that stat if he's gonna want to score.
Did you say you bet Ronaldo knows who's the GOAT? Oh yeah, he does.
I think he knows that. I think he thinks he is. I'm sure he thinks he knows for sure. But yeah, I think that'll be interesting, man. Any thoughts?
No, I think it's gonna be a great game. I think, to be honest, I'm excited for soccer. I mean, I'm excited for all. It's been
excited soccer,
everything. Everything is up in the air to the point where I'm like, it's exciting to see how things are gonna turn out because you don't know.
Right.
You're not like usually in the past year, I'm like, all right, La Liga, Madrid, Barca, 1-2, depending on how it goes. You know, you go EPL, Liverpool, Man City, you know, and you go Italy, Juventus, maybe Inter Milano, maybe it's Napoli another year, or maybe, but it's not this year it's not. Even in the Champions League, you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know Champions League, I don't know. I don't know who's gonna be because
I can't even say 5 teams that I think are gonna win. I can't narrow it down to 5 teams because you don't know.
Yeah, because even Bayern, Bayern last year,
they only won 4-3 against Hertha Berlin today, and Hertha Berlin is they're not,
and they lost to Hoffenheim,
last
week or 2 weeks ago.
You know, and they barely won against they barely won against Dortmund in the Super Cup.
In the Super Cup, yeah. I mean, Dortmund looks good, so. It's gonna be a year.
A lot of upsets, a lot of newfound happiness for new teams. You know,
Oh yeah, man. It's gonna be an interesting year.
It's gonna be an interesting year.
So
it's a wonderful
time. We're back. That's the end of the episode.
We're back, guys. We're back.
Make sure you check us out on Spotify. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
You know you want to. Do it. You know you want to.
So that's Primo del Fuego. Check us out. We'll be doing it every once in a while.
Primo del Fuego. Rhythms, football. What more do you want?
We'll have some fun music segments too. Like we did with the Bad Bunny one. We'll probably do another one. We'll see. But
give us some love, guys. Give us some love. Don't forget, every day my birthday.